morning, children, and today we are going to start with a very new chapter, chapter 4, sorting materials into groups. Okay, first of all, for understanding the concept, one should know what is the meaning of sorting. Sorting means you are grouping the things, you are arranging the things, okay, according to their types. Okay, so what is the use of this? What is required for sorting? For sorting, we require observation, right? Observation means looking things very closely. Okay, children, very closely and collecting information about them and then arranging them. So, grouping of things. What we are going to study in this chapter is how things are grouped together. Grouping of things, right? So for understanding the concept, I want to start this topic with an example. You must have gone through, in a stationery shop where shopkeeper keeps different objects in groups. ओके, स्टेशनरी की जब शॉप पे आप जाते हैं तो आपने देखा होगा जो शॉपकीपर होते हैं वो क्या ग्रुपिंग में ग्रुप्स बना के रखे होते हैं. सपोज पेंसिल्स टुगेदर, आप खुद आंसर कर सकते हैं. पेन्स, ऑल्दो दे मे बी ऑफ डिफरेंट ब्रांड्स बट दे आर टुगेदर. हाइलाइटर्स टुगेदर, isn't it? Similarly, sketch pens, coloring objects like sketch pen, crayons, they are kept separately but they are kept nearby, isn't it? So this is what grouping of things is all about. So that what is the purpose of grouping the things? They can keep the things wherever they like, isn't it? But grouping saves our time. If we are arranging the things according to their nature, according to their type, we are going to save our time in order to locate them. कभी आपने देखा होगा अगर आपको मम्मी ने कुछ रखने के लिए बोला और से कुछ भी आपको सामान रखने के लिए बोला और वो आपने उस वक्त ध्यान नहीं दिया कि इसको हमें कहाँ रखना है, आपने जल्दी से कहीं भी रख दिया और जब उस चीज़ की नीड अराइज हुई और आपको फिर वो आई थिंक इट विल टेक टाइम, इट नीड्स गुड मेमोरी to remember the things where you have kept. तो इसीलिए बेटा अरेंजिंग जो होता है, अरेंजिंग ग्रुपिंग द थिंग्स टुगेदर, ओके, इज वेरी नेसेसरी. इवन किचन में भी आपने देखा होगा, राइट? किचन में ग्लासवेयर भी होता है, प्लास्टिक के भी यूटेंसिल्स होते हैं, मेटल्स के भी होते हैं, स्टील के, राइट? तो वो सब अलग अलग रखे होते हैं ना. इवन स्पाइसेस अलग बिल्कुल सेपरेट प्लेस में कैबिनेट में रखे हुए होते हैं. शुगर, टी लीव्स, ये आपको यूजुअली पास ही रखी हुई मिलेंगी, है ना, बिकॉज दीज आर द टू इंग्रेडिएंट्स दैट आर यूज्ड टू प्रिपेयर टी. सिमिलरली पल्सेस, दालें आलें, ये सब आपको कहाँ मिलेंगी? एक कैबिनेट में मिलेगी आपको अलग से रखी हुई. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना कि आप मिक्स कर देते हैं स्पाइसेस सब कुछ एक साथ है. सो in this way we locate the things very quickly. लोकेशन में बहुत आसानी हो जाती है हमें. इट सेव्स आवर टाइम ऑल्सो. और जब आप पढ़ाई के उसमें देखेंगे तो इट हेल्प्स यू इन स्टडिंग ऑल्सो, इन बेटर स्टडी. ओके, आप सारे सब्जेक्ट्स एक साथ तो नहीं पढ़ लेते हैं ना. साइंस में आप साइंस ही पढ़ रहे हैं, स्पेशली अब ये टॉपिक आप पढ़ रहे हैं तो हम उसमें आपको और कुछ मैथमेटिकल पार्ट उसमें इंक्लूड नहीं कर देंगे. So this is how it helps, in your systematic study of objects can be done with the help of grouping. So for understanding properties of materials, actually we are going to study in not so much in detail, but as per your level, the following properties of materials, in which first of all we will study appearance. What is the appearance of a substance and how you are going to classify a substance according to its appearance. Then hardness means hard होगा, soft होगा. Solubility, it means whether a particular thing is going to disappear in water or not. Okay. Miscibility term is used for liquid in liquid, okay, where you are going to mix two liquids, then we use the term miscibility. Floating or sinking, this we will see with the help of an activity. Everything, you know, will this is very a very interesting chapter in which we will conduct small activities in order to make our concepts clear. And after floating or sinking, we will go through the last property, which is transparency. So I would like to start with the first activity, appearance. So for starting with the very first property, which is appearance, whether a particular thing that we have taken is shiny or not. So I have arranged few things here on the table. Suppose you will answer by yourself. I think this is copper. It has a shine. Yes, it has a shine. This pointer that I am using is made up of iron. This part is steel. Okay, steel is an alloy where iron is one of the main constituent, right? This is a brass. Okay, this small lock, it has somewhat shine, but you will see that the shine is, you know, somewhat lost. I will tell you why. Okay, this bangle, it has a shine. Okay, it is gold, so it has a shine na? Similarly, we can see this foil. Foil is actually the foils that we use for packaging, for packing food stuffs, is actually made up of aluminium. Okay, this is aluminium. You can see how it has its unique shine, isn't it? So such type of materials, metals, usually they have shine and they are said to be possess luster. Okay, so they are said to be lustrous materials. They have luster. Luster means shine. Whereas the on my left, if you will see, this box, is it shining? I think no, it's not shining na? This duster is not shining. This is sandpaper. This is not shining at all. This comb, it's also not shining, isn't it? So it has no shine. So we classified the materials into two categories: those that shine and those that don't shine. So we usually have observed that metals shine. They have a specific luster. Okay. And why metals? Some of the metals lose their luster because when they come in contact with oxygen, with air, and moisture, means water vapor present in air, they lose their shine. So the second property that I am going to explain is hardness. So the second property is hardness. Again, we have a few selected items through which I can show you the property hardness very well. Okay, materials which, you know, when you press different materials, suppose you are pressing, I am pressing this. Are you able to see that I am able to press it? Okay, with your hand. Some of them may be hard to compress, like this thing, this duster. I am trying to compress, I am putting a pressure on the duster, but it is not, you know, it's not able to compress. What does it mean? That it is hard. Okay, this bottle is also hard. I am applying pressure, I am trying to press it, but unable to do it. So what does it mean? It is hard. This pointer is also hard. Apple is also hard. I am applying pressure and unable to compress it. So these are the few hard substances that I have taken. And now on my right, these are the items which I have taken from my daughter. Okay, you can see now when I am pressing it, this doll, it is able to compress na by applying pressure. आप देख रहे हैं मेरा हाथ अंदर जा रहा है. It means it is soft. This cotton wool is also soft. Okay, press हो रही है. Similarly, this catty, आप देख रहे हैं सॉफ्ट हो रही है. और इसमें आप ये भी देख सकते हैं, इट हैज़ लस्टर. तो ये मेटल इसके उसमें गले में लगा हुआ है. इट इज़ अ लस्टरस मटीरियल, सो इट इज़ मेटल. एंड दिस बॉटल आई हैव शोन यू. एंड टमाटो, we can compress it. I am not going to do it, I'm going to compress it much, otherwise ये क्या हो जाएगा, सारा इसका जूस वूस सब निकल जाएगा. बट यू कैन सी, ठीक है. इवन द बॉल, this ball, this is said to be easily compressed. I have taken a sponge also, see, able to compress it, so it is also soft. So for showing you solubility and miscibility, first of all I am going to explain you solubility, for which I have taken sugar and salt. Okay, there's already chalk powder in water. Okay, and this is soil. Okay, I'm adding sugar to it and I'm trying to, बेटा इधर आना, तो आप जब तक इसको डिसॉल्व करिए. So you will see that the sugar is slowly and slowly disappearing in water. Okay, now very few crystals of sugar are left. Okay, stir the mixture, बेटा करिएगा, solution को stir करिए. In the meantime I am adding salt to water and we'll see its solubility, whether it is soluble or insoluble. You will see, children, that the salt has almost disappeared in water. I think you will not find any more particle in it. So it is said to be soluble. Salt is said to be soluble in water. Please इसको दिखाएगा बेटा. Now let's have a look at the sugar solution. It is also completely dissolved. It is completely disappeared in water. Sugar, I am talking about sugar. So sugar has completely disappeared in water. It shows that sugar is also soluble in water. Okay, this is chalk powder in water. ये मैंने पहले ही बना दिया था, so that time should not be wasted. तो आप देखिए, after some time we will wait for it, okay, whether it is soluble or not. Okay, let us take some soil. Now this is soil in water, right? And I am trying to dissolve the soil, want to see whether it is soluble or insoluble. Okay, now she has stirred the mixture. Okay, now beta, leave it. Now we are going to observe after some time whether it is soluble. I think you will see. Is this clear to you? That the heavy particles of the soil, they have started settling down. दिख रहा है आपको ये? And the clear liquid is appearing at the top. So what does it show? It shows that soil is insoluble in water. Now next is chalk. You can see chalk particles have almost settled down. ये दिख रहा है आप लोग को नीचे? अगर क्लियर हो, आप ये घर पे भी कर सकते हैं सारी एक्टिविटीज़ इन ऑर्डर. इसमें कोई रिस्क भी नहीं है, तो यू कैन डू दीज एक्टिविटीज़ एट होम ऑल्सो. आई विल सजेस्ट यू टू डू दीज एक्टिविटीज़ एट होम, क्योंकि आप अच्छे से मेकआउट कर पाएँ कि ये सारी प्रॉपर्टीज़ फिर आपको हमेशा याद रहेंगी. राइट, सो दिस इज़ अबाउट सॉल्युबिलिटी ऑफ सॉलिड्स in water. Even gases, few gases are also soluble in water, like oxygen and carbon dioxide, which are important. These two gases, the solubility factor actually plays a very important role, and that is how aquatic animals are able to survive. I will explain you while summarizing. Now the next topic is miscibility. Under the same heading, solubility, I am going to explain you miscibility.